I'm new to the streets, Ken Efseroff, and today we are at the National Investment Banking Association's conference at the Westin Hotel on Manhattan's West Side. And joining me right now is New York's very own David Chen, who is the founder and CEO of American Software Capital. Welcome to New to the Street.
Thank you very much.
Let's talk about what American Software Capital does.
We are like a mini SoftBank. We take a lot of companies public. We will make our investment into those companies first, then we will tune up their business plan, then we take them public through mainly Reg A+, which is nice and quick. We pick our companies very carefully because there are so many companies out there in China. That's our advantage. Okay, so we really cherry pick. Okay, the company that have game changer potentials or really revolutionary technologies.
Let's talk about a word that you use that a lot of people are not familiar with because they think it's music, but it's something else, and that's Reg A.
Yeah, Reg A Plus is actually a mini IPO plus crowdfunding. So it is, we believe, the quickest way to take company public, okay, at the present moment. It's a lot quicker than doing the S1 direct listing, and it's a lot safer than doing the reverse merger. Buying a shell, you don't know what's behind it, okay, and you don't get 100% okay, of the equity. So we believe, okay, Reg A Plus, $50 million raising for the first year probably will mean 99% of the company's requirement.
Now, American Software Capital, in terms of the IPOs that you guys do, is it for the United States or in China?
Both. We take a lot of companies headquartered in China, then we set up the US company, because Reg A Plus is actually designed for companies located in US and Canada. Okay, so we actually create this international, okay, architecture. So we will take the US company public first, then we merge, okay, the China company into, okay, the company.
I have to ask you, when people think of the country of China and they think about doing business with China, some people can say its perception is reality, other people could say it is reality. Sometimes it's not always easy to deal with the government of China. How does American Software Capital combat that situation and make investors feel comfortable when it comes to putting their money over there?
Correct. We have been doing business in China for the past 10 years. So we know the system very well. And we have spent a lot of time and effort to really get to know the main government leaders pretty much throughout the entire China. So we have very good reputation and also connection and friendship and relationship, okay, in China. That really helps because China has been around for 5,000 years. So a lot of times it's more than just the law and regulation. A lot of times it's really, okay, the friendship and the relationship.
History and culture.
Correct.
So what is it like for an American company that wants to do business in China? We know there are demands for other big Chinese companies all over the world, which we can't even mention, but we know who they are. Is there a demand for American companies that want to take their companies public over in China?
That would actually happen very soon. The Chinese government is actually designing an international exchange right now to implement the one-way, one road, okay, policy. So I believe probably within the next 3 years, okay, China will have an international stock exchange that actually a US company can be traded and listed, okay, on such exchange.
I mean, let's face it, the United States is the biggest consumer for the Chinese government, for that country. We buy more goods and services from them than anybody else in the world. It's time for some reciprocity with them, with us.
Totally. So that's why now we are in a G2 era. US and China, okay, are the two largest economic powers in the world right now. As a matter of fact, people believe probably within the next 5 years, China will surpass US and become the largest economic power. So our job as a US company, we actually try to benefit, okay, our economy by taking some of their technology into the U.S., some of the company with the advanced technology in China, okay, and bring them public here in the U.S. and create a nice and healthy bilateral relationship.
Last question before I let you go. What are the biggest advantages of doing business in China, and subsequently the biggest obstacles American software capital has to overcome when dealing with that government?
In the beginning was a little bit difficult. Okay, even most of our directors come from Asian culture, mainly from Taiwan. Okay, but there was a little culture gap in the beginning, but we overcome that very quickly, and we have established our reputation in China. So it's very, very important that for a company that has a proven track record, because we have multiple projects, okay, started, okay, in China already. So we have very good friends in many different government agencies, and we have a nice track record, okay, and proven performance. So the Chinese government are very delighted, okay, in doing business with us.
So reputation is everything in the world, but especially when it comes to dealing with a country like China, they have that to overcome, and the United States has I guess a cleaner, different type of reputation when it comes to businesses, so intermingling both is very important between China and the United States.
Absolutely, because China doesn't have all the laws and regulation pretty much built or well structured like us here in the US. So a lot of times, okay, it's really on a human touch, okay, so to speak.
David Chen, American Software Capital, thanks very much for joining us on New to the Street.
Appreciate it. Thank you.